What are the ethical implications of the non-identity problem? Have you ever thought about how our choices today could shape the lives of people who do not yet exist? This question leads us into the non-identity problem, which raises important ethical issues. The non-identity problem challenges our traditional views on morality, especially when it comes to actions that affect future generations. When we make decisions that influence who will come into existence, it becomes tricky to determine if those actions cause harm. For instance, if a policy leads to environmental degradation, future individuals may have lower quality lives. However, if those individuals would not exist without that policy, can we really say they are harmed? This dilemma complicates how we think about moral responsibility. The non-identity problem suggests that some actions can be wrong even if they do not make any specific person worse off. This is a significant shift from person-affecting ethical views, which state that an action is wrong only if it negatively impacts someone. The challenge here is that our choices can lead to different people being born, and if those people would not exist otherwise, it raises questions about harm and wrongdoing. Utilitarianism, a consequentialist ethical theory, offers a different perspective. It assesses actions based on their overall impact on well-being rather than focusing on specific individuals. For example, a policy could be deemed wrong if it leads to a decrease in total or average welfare, regardless of who specifically exists. However, this approach can lead to controversial outcomes, such as the repugnant conclusion, where a large population living barely acceptable lives might be seen as better than a smaller group living fulfilling lives. Another perspective is that some actions may be wrong because they violate rights or dignity, even if they do not harm an identifiable individual. For instance, bringing a child into a situation that is unfair or exploitative can be viewed as wrong, even if that child is not worse off than if they had never been born. This introduces the idea that wrongness can be based on principles beyond individual harm, such as respect for persons or rights. In practical terms, the non-identity problem affects discussions on environmental policies, reproductive choices, and social justice. It complicates our understanding of moral duties to future generations. Instead of simply claiming that harmful conditions are wrong because they harm future individuals, ethical reasoning may need to consider broader concepts like justice, rights, and overall well-being. The implications of the non-identity problem are profound. They question the effectiveness of person-affecting moral theories in addressing the needs of future generations. They highlight the challenges of determining harm when our actions shape who exists. They encourage the use of broader ethical frameworks, such as utilitarianism or rights-based theories, to evaluate our decisions. Lastly, they raise important issues about balancing current interests with the welfare of future populations.